children, and don't let them fall by the side of the road. And teach them to love one another, that heaven might find a place in their hearts. 'Cause Jesus is love. He won't let you down, and I know He's mine forever, in my heart. Well, they said it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
So have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, they said it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on, have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Well.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, have a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. You met me deep in my despair to show me you would never leave me there. You claimed me 'cause I was made for so much more. I am your child, and I'm worth fighting for, though heavy with the weight of my mistakes. You carry me and refuse to let me sink under the pressure. You're meant for me to soar. I am your child, and I'm worth fighting for. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard all you have planned for me, and nothing can separate me from your love when there's so much more still worth fighting for. Now I'm moving by faith and not by sight towards victory. By the power of your might, you're straightening out my path and opening every door. I am your child, and I'm worth fighting for. Eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard all you have planned for me, and nothing can separate me from your love when there's so much more still worth fighting for. And that's why I'm pressing towards the mark, because the calling on my life is worth fighting for.
You know, people have no idea what you went through to get to where you are. So many times it seemed like it was over. But God, Isaac Curry, tell him about it.
Every time I think that I'm all by myself, yeah. I just look up in the sky, and that's where I find my help.
Somebody needs to hear this right here.
You might think that you got it all worked out.
Yep.
And you think that everything's okay. Yeah, there ain't nothing that you've done to
It's amazing.
You were about to lose everything.
I know I'm not the only one who's been there.
When the doctor said any day.
He made the doctor.
And the devil tried to test your faith.
He thought he really had you this time.
Yeah. Nobody.
Still here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Elder Beckett. I come to you on behalf of the tens of thousands of Marines that you've never met, but they've built careers, fed families, and built livelihoods on your efforts, on your sacrifice, and off the sweat of your brow. I would like to come today to say thank you. Thank you for the fight. Not just in the boxing ring, not as a sergeant in Vietnam, but thank you for the fight that you had to endure just to be able to fight for a country that might not have smiled on you every day when you came up. I'm speaking on Mumford Point. Some people might not know how important you are to not only African American history, but American history. So today, it's not that God is not perfect. He's perfect in everything that he does. And it's even perfect that I wanted to be there today, but I can't be there. So I'm standing in my household like the tens of thousands of Marines that you've never met, but you gave us an opportunity to do something great with our life. So today, as an ode to you and an ode to Mumford Point, I would like to say thank you. For those of you who do not know what Mumford Point is, allow me to introduce Mumford Point. I was born in 1942. Out of the bigotry-based bowels of the Jim Crow South, I emerged as a monument, a conduit through which young black men were recruited into the most prestigious branch of military practitioners ever assembled on God's green earth. I birthed the first African-American Marines into a Marine Corps that openly didn't condone them. Even after President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed Executive Order 8802 that stated the day of the defense industry denying entry solely based on race, creed, or color is no longer, the Commandant and Secretary of the Navy said blacks are trying to break into a club that simply doesn't want them. And if we are in question of having a Marine Corps of 5,000 whites or 250,000 Negroes, I'd rather have the whites, said Major General Thomas Holcomb. But since the order was signed by the president, he had to take them. But to appease Southern congressmen, he said it was okay if they segregated them, so they didn't train the black recruits with white recruits in Paris Island. So they created me. I am Mumford Point, Camp Lejeune, Jacksonville, North Carolina. I've trained young black men in the city where the color of their skin denied them entry into the city after 5 p.m., where their pigmentation bred limitations amongst the people they came to protect, and may very well have to give their lives to defend the city where black men were treated as boys and pushed to the backs of trains and denied entry into establishments unless they utilized back doors. But I afforded them no pity nor remorse. If they wanted to be a part of my beloved Corps, they would have to undergo the same rigorous training their white counterparts would endure. But unlike their white counterparts, I would ensure that if I had to train them, no matter where they came from, that each Negro that wanted to be in the Marine Corps, it either went to high school or had some type of formal education in college. And after they met with this prerequisite, they'd be met with the toughest seasoned veteran drill instructors from the battles of Guadalcanal and the Solomon Islands. Drill instructors with the mentality to challenge Roosevelt's actions because they did not believe that the Negro was tough enough to become a Marine. But yet and still, in 1942, I received my first recruits while I was still under construction. But I had no barracks for them, just mosquito-infested temporary hut-like structures. So at night, they slept on the substandard facilities. In the daytime, they was greeted by an all-white staff and a host of drill instructors who had hatreds deeply rooted in racial beliefs. So in 1943, I saw the need to have black drill instructors to train the black recruits, but by no means would a black man ever be put in a position to give orders to white Marines. But as funny as it may seem, the treatment of the recruits began to worsen, and the rigor of the training began to increase. because the black drill instructors were more determined to make the black recruits succeed and becoming Marines, but the black recruits were equally determined. And they weren't discouraged by their treatment. They just went through all the hardships and let their hardships build cohesions. I put them through trials and tribulations, but they would let nothing stop them. They just adapted and overcame and proclaimed that failure is not an option. I trained 20,000 black Marines, and in each one this was adopted. I watched as naysayers turn into believers as the black Marines fought amongst them. They were there when the flag was raised in Iwo Jima, carrying the bloody bodies of the wounded and fallen. They went to war in the Pacific Theater, and they fought in Okinawa. They was there in the Korean War and fought in Vietnam, but in 47, President Truman ended segregation. In 49, I trained Marines no longer. In 1974, I was renamed after the Honorable Sergeant Major Mark Johnson. My name changed, but I remain. I shall never be forgotten, because anytime you see a black Marine in my beloved corps, know that they are direct descendants of my legacy, for I am Mumford Point. I would like to say thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your struggle. I honor you, I respect you, and I salute you. Happy birthday in Semper Fidelis.